Gelt has a pretty game-breaking mechanic right now that allows him to get to a tier 5 settlement, and I want to show you exactly how you can do it, so you can do it for yourself. So since we start in Cathay, we have to basically buddy up with our broski, that is Zhao Ming, and to do that we've got to kill all the rebellions. So these folks have 5 settlements, so once we've taken all of them and gotten all those settlements, I can then basically give all of those settlements back to Zhao Ming, and then I can go and teleport to the Empire. So let's quickly go ahead and do that. But my suggestion on the very first settlement you take is to demand supplies, because what you're going to want to do is build the mortars so you can ensure that you're going to have a much easier time of defending this. I'm going to get a gold mage, and I'm going to use the transmutation because it's really, really important that we make as much money as possible. So also make sure to loot and occupy every settlement, grab yourselves the 2 mortars, and then what we can do is force march towards this settlement and ensure that we have round marcher. Go into channeling stance and move towards Fu Hung. So after we've just taken this settlement, we're going to make sure that we ask for a price because we want to keep making sure we're making money. So don't worry, you can always, as long as you're helping him, you can just ask and be as greedy as possible. Go ahead and use the transmutation again. Grab another 2 mortars. Now go ahead and kill the rebellion. This is because of the fact that we loot and occupied. And there's a chance we can actually steal the mortar. Unfortunately, we didn't get the artillery piece there. But now what we're going to want to make sure to do is move towards Wei Li Village. One thing to note, if you want to min-max, you can, when you summon these wizards, do a steel technology, but for the sake of this, I'm not going to. Next up, just take Wei Li Village, and if you get attacked, make sure to do everything you can to defend it. Next up, we're going to get ourselves the Celestial Wizard here. One thing to keep in mind, as part of the abilities you obtain when you get them, you can replenish your movement instantly, so you can either decide to do this now to get the bamboo crossing in 1 turn, or you can save it for a moment within the Empire to make your life easier getting to the tier 5. It's up to you. On this turn, what we need to do is recruit a Lord. Doesn't really necessarily matter which the Lord is, but we'll get a Lord nonetheless. Next up, what I'm going to do is move Gelt, and then since we recruited a Celestial Order Mage, we can replenish the movement of Gelt. And then what we're going to do is do a transmutation as well. Now, since we've replenished the movement, we can go ahead and attack Bamboo Crossing. I'm going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one. I've got it on a lower battle difficulty, specifically because of the fact that I can just make the video faster, just so you can get all the juicy information you need. And here's the kicker. We want to return the land, so we go back to the Empire as such. Also, what you can see is the Lord we recruited has come with us, and that's a very critical, important factor. Now, this really depends on if you are a Karl Franz simp like me. You can keep him alive, or you can choose to make Altdorf the tier 5 settlement. This is purely up to you. So you're probably wondering how this actually works and how we can get to the tier 5. Well, it all revolves around the Triumph Homecoming, in which we get a population surplus 1 for a newly captured settlement. So we're going to go ahead and attack Altdorf here and declare war on France. So what we need to make sure to do is not loot and occupy and just occupy it, otherwise we can't instantly upgrade it. And due to the fact that we have the Triumph Homecoming, we can upgrade it instantly, basically. Next up, what we're going to do is chuck in a Jade Wizard here, as that is the strongest wizard to allow us to do this. And then we'll put in the Regiment Renown, and we're going to go ahead and attack Grunberg. What we'll do is we'll throw the mage in there, and this is purely because we've lowered the difficulty on the battle difficulty, but by all means, change it for yourself if you need to. Going to go ahead and occupy that, and yeah, as you can see, once again, we've got another population surplus. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and abandon it. So this is pretty much where the cheese comes in. You want to take a settlement, abandon it, and continuously keep doing that for population surplus. So, as you see, let's go ahead and colonize it again. And all of a sudden, we have population surplus of 2. And if we go to Ubersreich and attack that one, and then take this one, and occupy, all of a sudden we've got population surplus 3. Hang on a second, does that mean I might be able to get Altdorf tier 5 before turn 20? You're absolutely right, you can. Next up, you want to just go ahead and colonize the settlements again, and we should be able to go straight to tier 2, but let's keep on making sure that we're yoinking these settlements, as we want to make sure that we're getting as many population surpluses as we possibly can do. And make sure you keep abandoning the settlements. Make sure to rinse and repeat regarding the abandon, and we'll go ahead and grab them the next turn as well. Also, get a cheeky auto-resolve because we put a garrison building in Altdorf. That is critical to do. And now all you need to do now is abandon all the settlements again and just sit in Altdorf at this point once you've taken all these back, because you want to make sure you can defend it to go to tier 5. So make sure to go ahead and colonize all the settlements again. We're only going to abandon Grunberg this time because we only need to do 1 more settlement that we need to abandon. Now just sit in Altdorf and then make sure to grab Grunsberg again. And as we can see, we have 5 population surplus ready to upgrade Altdorf. And plus we'll get the construction time reduction for Altdorf specifically as well. So we can just make sure to upgrade all of these buildings that we need to ensure that we've done. And we can also make sure that we chuck in any of the relative landmarks and things like that we want to use. So now, yep, let's go ahead and upgrade. And so what you're going to be doing is securing Altdorf at tier 5 on turn 20, which is a genuinely bonkers start for the Empire. And yeah, I think this is pretty much the min-maxiest you can get, but it all revolves around the Triumph Homecoming. So there you go, Altdorf is now tier 5, and I truly believe this is one of the best ways of playing the Empire in the early stages of the game. I do want to mention that in Middenland, you can actually do the cheese, and it's probably better because it means you don't have to fight with Franz, but there is an RNG if Franz takes these settlements or not. If he doesn't and they're raised, you very easily can take this area for yourself instead of bothering Franz. As you can see, you can do the exact same thing with Middenheim, and it was significantly easier. Excuse the bald guy laughing in the bottom right. That's me. So you can see you can get it to turn 19 for Middenheim, and it's significantly easier. You do not need to fight Franz, so it is purely up to you if you want to use Altdorf to get all of the insane landmarks and stuff like that. Purely up to you. Just wanted to make sure this was included in the video, so you knew the option. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and make sure to check out my other content on the screen now.